What's going on, guys? So today we are going to be talking about how to handle recessed areas. And in this instance, we are going to be talking about it in the autopilot camera area. So let's get right into it. So for those of you who are new to Teslas, the Teslas typically have a camera right here. We call this the autopilot repeater. And it's a side camera. It also lights up when you use the indicators. So when you do color reps and PPF, actually, some people like to remove this to get better coverage. It's pretty recessed. So you can see that it goes here and it goes inwards like this. And this is where the camera actually sits. So when you deal with recessed area, it can be a little bit challenging. The main thing to understand, though, for recessed areas, you have to understand how much is too much, right? If it's about like this level, this isn't considered enough to really fail, especially if you preheat it the correct way. But if it was maybe 2 or 3 times, 2.5 or 3 times deeper all the way in and more aggressive, maybe it went down like this. If it was a smaller drop, maybe, but as soon as you add a lot more of that, you may want to consider doing something like an inlay to relax the material, or you need to feed it in and then stretch it out. So since we're just talking about autopilot, we'll actually just show you and then kind of give you a really quick demo about how this would look like. So we have this Avery Denizen SW900 vinyl right here. And typically, I'm going to try to do it as realistic as possible. What you'll see is you'll have it kind of glassed, what vinyl people call it, or PPF people. And it'll be glassed all the way here. And then it'll be pulled a little bit. Not a whole lot of tension, but you see how flat it is? This is how it's typically going to look. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and squeegee everything down. All right, we can get rid of some of this just for purposes. So we got the whole thing. They'll finish it, they'll trim it all and all that stuff, and then they'll get to this. So typically when they cut it, they always just use a small click, go to the edge right here, and then use the body line right here, and cut all the way through like so. And then they have some relief so that you don't have all that material. So I should have shown you right before we started, but when you look at this, the recess point, the deepest part of this was right over here. The exit point is 2 areas. You can either go out this way, or you could go into the hole. So those are 2 options that you have. So when you do vinyl, the rule of thumb is go to the deepest valley first. So what you want to do is you have to use heat gun. And we recommend using a heat gun, and you want to heat this all up right here. Notice how I already have it into around the surface areas. And let's go ahead and put this wrap glove. This is a really good tool to have as well, because a squeegee is very, very different, right? A squeegee can't really go into that and conform into it. So your fingers are a lot better in this case. So let's go ahead and heat it up right here, and you'll see it'll start doing this. You see that? And once it's heated up, you just go straight down into the valley, right? Just like that. And then you're going to go ahead and go here and then outwards. And you can see that everything laid perfect, right? And before you make a huge cut, we're going to go ahead and test it. But if you do it fast enough and you don't stutter and then you do it really, really slowly, what will happen if you go here and then you wait, you heat it again. When you heat, don't heat on the line where there's tension, because if you heat that, what's going to happen is going to create a line right there, which is what you don't want. If that happens, just go ahead and pop it back out, go ahead and heat it, reset it, and then go again. But if you do it in a very quick manner like this, you can see there's no what we call working lines, and that's actually the same term in both PPF and color vinyl. You can see everything is unison, there's no working lines, and it looks really, really clean. So now that that's done, we let it settle. This is also very important, because if you don't let it settle and get back to room temperature, it's going to be very gummy. When it's gummy, it's going to be harder to cut. So you want to wait. I would say I waited probably about 10-15 seconds, maybe 20 seconds if you want to be safe. And when I touch it, it is hard. It is no longer gummy. So that makes it a lot easier. I don't need a whole lot click. When you do this, make sure, I typically tape around all the cables so it's protected, and I go put it a little bit lower inside, because if you are going to be blading, you don't want to damage any of those cables. So you're just going to go ahead and just follow this line And typically just, and once you get here, you can hold this to add more tension. And just go all the way, just like that. I have a little autopilot hole. And look, for PPF, I think you don't actually want to, I mean, you could do the exact same kind of cut, but we're talking about vinyl today. And I'm going to do something called post heat. So when I heat this up, what I just did was post heat, but the other thing I'm doing is I'm actually testing it, right? So when this is out in the Texas heat, Arizona heat, in really, really hot areas, it's gonna fail. Like, it's literally gonna start lifting in areas that it wants to lift. And this is a recessed area. So these are, I guess, high risk areas. So by doing it, we're kind of checking our work and making sure that it doesn't lift up. But you can see none of it lifted up, everything is good. And then all you need to do is grab the cables, install the autopilot, and you're good to go, and then grab the edges. So that's how you handle recessed area, especially in the fender autopilot repeater area. Let us know if you have any questions in the comments below. Click on that subscribe button because we love making videos about customization, protection, and maintenance. And we'll see you later.